Hello friends, Stevie from South Dakota. Been a long hiatus from doing these videos. I've been trying to send various emails and text messages to various friends and family members and people that I guess aren't really friends but acquaintances that I feel like would be blessed by my messages and the information that I share. I just shared a video by Doc Kids, who's got some theological problems, a couple of them even serious, but we'll leave that aside. He's been a watchman, a good watchman overall, which basically just means that he's applied God's prophetic word. And keep in mind, God's prophetic word carries as much weight. In fact, I think it's, what is it in Revelation, where it says that God says that the spirit of prophecy is the testimony of Jesus. The American church has a strong, including evangelicals, especially the modern neo-evangelical, has a strong resistance to prophecy. Rick Warren just kicked the door down and, basically said, well, it's none of our business, blah, 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 in spite of the fact that you can read both in the Old and especially New Testament, verse after verse after verse after verse after verse, by Jesus and Paul, Peter, John. Look up, redemption draws near. Jesus talks about this in Matthew 24, Mark 13. It goes in John. It goes on and on. It's not even worth visiting, and it's not worth arguing against people that, number one, don't know the Word of God, and number two, don't rightly divide the Word of truth. So anyway, my dear nephew, Alex, who I love, and I believe he is a saved person. He's in the kingdom, but he's been in California too long, friends. So he's a very sharp guy. He's smarter than I am, but his last email, and I'm grateful for any response because most people don't say anything. So Alex, I love you for that, and you have a lot of truth that you shared. But as is typical of what the response I get when I try to share ideas that I have as prophecy relates to geopolitics and vice versa, the typical response I get from solid Christians, but that really aren't true watchmen, and they really don't divide the word of truth very well when it comes to prophecy. And so, he said, well, for my part, he finished by saying that, I'm just here to share love and be open-minded. When I hear those two expressions, dear Alex, I am telling you that this is what I hear from the people who are guided by the spirit of Antichrist. Okay, now you're going to just do backflips and never talk to me again or never respond to any of my material that I send. But the Antichrist is by peace, I mentioned today, by peace he will destroy many. That's in Daniel. And the Antichrist is all about, for example, Pope Francis, who I strongly believe will be the false prophet, and I believe Obama will be the Antichrist. Pope Francis did a video in, I think, 2016 in January, and you can look it up. It's a short video where they show all the leaders of the major world religions, and Francis says that, it's love that will unite us all. That's the common denominator. Well, that's not true. Only love based in truth can unite us all. And that's the problem when you start mixing and matching religions. And this Pope is perhaps the most ecumenical Pope, both within the Christian construct and inter-religiously, both intra-religiously and inter-religiously. The love that the Pope refers to as being our common denominator is not biblical love. If it's not biblical love, it's worthless. Alex, listen up, my dear nephew. We want to get you at a higher level in the kingdom. So, anyway, I like to have fun with things. I can handle whatever criticism. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather have all criticism than silence. So, keep up the good work, Alex. And I'm only using you as an example. You number one need to be warned about what you are saying and even obviously believing, because you wouldn't say it if you didn't believe it. Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. Beware of the leaven of the neo-evangelicals, which is a truthless love that will be the love by which the Antichrist will unite all the world's peoples and religions, and the false prophet, of course, will be his basically his right-hand man. This has been Stevie from South Dakota. I'd like to finish by being a little bit dramatic and say it's great to be back. Have a good one.